Everybody, welcome back to the channel where we review anything and everything. And today we're getting into this review of this headphone set that I had for a while. I actually really like them. I always wanted to review them on the channel. I never had a chance to, but I'm actually glad that by getting to them now, I can give you guys a really thorough in detail review on how I really feel about these headphones. So sir, just going over the box here. You have, it says hi-fi sound quality, single-sided monitoring. You can see there in the image, you can flip this upside down where you just hear from one earbud, adapter free, protein ear muffins. That's like the material of what it's made from, foldable, and Shareport technology. So gonna get into these. I really honestly will tell you that like they are really good for the sound. These are gonna run you about $39.19 right now, currently on Amazon, so pretty much $40. Link's gonna be in the description down below for these. They have a lot of good reviews on them, but I've had them for a while now, and they are just excellent, to be honest with you. They really are good. Power music. You see this over here, it tells you what it comes with. Obviously you could pause and read those little details for yourself, but as far as the package content, comes with the Studio DJ headphones, user manual, and it has cable. One is 2mm to 3mm coiled cable, and then the 1.2 straight cable with microphone. So you have the different types. What's interesting is this is, you'll see, we'll take a look at those cables in a minute, but and obviously it comes with the carrying case, so you never have to put them back into the box ever again. But we're gonna just go into this box anyway really quickly. And you can just see it's got that basic packaging because everything is already outside of the box. All right, we're gonna push this aside so we can get into this. The carrying case actually feels really nice. It feels like a kind of faux leather material, but it is really nice, and it holds everything. And the fact that you can fold these up really easy and well just makes it work really great. Nice little bag, really nice. I never taken this out of the house though, because I'm not one of those type of people who would like to wear big headphones outside the house, but I wanted a nice pair of wired headphones, or if I'm on my tablet, maybe I'm watching a movie while I'm in bed, and you know, whatever the case is, and I don't want to watch it on the TV, or whatever the case is. Back in the days when I really just didn't want to disturb anybody. I don't use them as much, but I didn't want to disturb other people into the house, so it was a good convenience for that. So first off, the wire is very long. This right here, though you can use these with it, you can use either cable, but just jumping into the cables first, this allows you to connect to a different type of port if you need that bigger type. But what's awesome about the actual headset itself is you actually have the hole for the larger one, and it can go into a smaller device like that, or you could use just the smaller one straight to the smaller one. So you got the holes on each side, which gives you a lot of kind of play factor with how you want to utilize things. Now, I leave these things in here all the time, and I'll tell you why in a moment. First, I'm gonna jump into the headphones. Now, this is the one that comes with the mic. So just in case if you need to use it while you're talking on the phone. Well, this, obviously these headphones have been around predating the time that you no longer had headphone jacks inside phones. But you know, for some of the phones that still have them, which congratulations to those, because I think it's stupid that they ever took them out. My previous phone, before the current one that I have now, had a microphone. It had a microphone jack. So I'm sorry, headphone jack. So like, yes, when I had these, I did have that capability. But you can see here, it swivels like that. It stops this way, but it goes fully around that way. Not fully around, but it stops at that point. So you can see there the markings on it that say left right here. You probably can't see it that well because it's not focusing, and right side right here. So let me just turn these around real quick. Now this, it looks like it's metal, but it's not. It's just hard plastic. But for the price, and these are very comfortable. They will retain its shape after a moment. They just were packed into the bag, but they're very comfortable, very soft, and the drivers and whatnot, this is very good. You get a lot of good sound on these. good bass. Everything on it just sounds really good overall. I'm not one of those people who really are great with defining how things sound, because I'm not one of those people who, you know, oh, I gotta have the most premium latest headset and whatnot. You got the nice cushion up here. Obviously, this goes to show you that as far as the wear goes, you can see that that is starting to wear a little bit. So just be careful or mindful of that. I don't know if that could be because a lot of times I do have it folded up inside this packaging, but yes. Though recently too, my son was wearing these and then he like pulled it all the way out like that. So I don't know if that put a little bit of strain on there as well. It still feels nice though. So I'm not gonna worry much on that. They're not the most durable. So you could tell from this material that any kind of scratch to them will definitely probably tear them apart. I like I said, to use these as more like indoor headphone sets, not really running around, the type that you would probably like beat up outside. But I think they're really great for like studio use or just indoors for you just kind of listening to things. Maybe even for like a game setup if you're one of those people who game, because it does have the microphone. So maybe that is something that you could use. Jumping into this wire here, like I said before, the reason why I keep this in here, so I just want to make a little note to you guys, and I'm going to make sure I don't mix this up. You could see this one has 3 little lines, 3 stripes, and this one has 2. This one's meant to go into your audio device, and this one's meant to go into the headphones. One time I had accidentally put them in the wrong way, and it didn't sound good. And I was like, why does it not sound the way it always does before? Then I realized I swapped it backwards, and then it sounded better. If you don't realize to think about the stripes, this will be on the longer end of it rather than the shorter end of it. So that is a way to remind yourself. But I just always just leave that wire in. So like I said before, these sound really good. I definitely say they're worth it, especially for the price. And I know nowadays everyone always wants the wireless. My philosophy is having a nice pair of wired ones at home, because wired ones generally for the price will sound better, unless you have some super expensive $300 or something like that, wireless over the ear headphones. Otherwise, the wired ones, generally speaking, will sound better. And then if I'm on the run, I'm going to use some smaller ones that are just small earbuds that are wireless, obviously, just to kind of run around. So pick your poison. I definitely think it's worth it. Like I said, so links in the description down below, you guys. And as always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.